Do you remember what Apple did in 2013? They released iOS 7, which was an absolute design revolution. I actually don't remember this because I was 11. I didn't even know about Apple back then, but now I definitely know. So what was this whole design revolution about? Well, it was not about the flat design that they introduced. You can see they had this like skeuomorphic style and then they went into this flat design on iOS 7, but this wasn't the magic detail. It was actually something much more subtle. It was the shape of their icons. Because they used to have these normal rounded rectangles that we are used to seeing, something like this. And then they went from this to something called Squircle, a unique shape that has this continuous curve, which creates this absolutely perfect, harmonious look. And it also helped Apple define its signature style. You can see that it is actually a very subtle difference. You might not even notice it, but I overlaid the two versions here on this design, and you can see the dashed one is the normal rounded rectangle and the red fill color is the Squircle. So you can see it's a little bit like a more of a smoother rounded corner. You cannot really see it, like when it starts rounding, it's not as abrupt as it starts going down, it's a little bit more smoother. Now, despite it being such a subtle little change, it was actually a nightmare to achieve this premium feel on the web for years, but not anymore. Because Framer released a brand new feature that finally unlocks the secret to Apple's design, and in this video, I'm about to show you how exactly it works. My name is Nandi, this is Framer University, and let's get started. Okay, so we are right inside of Framer and we can see a little design here. It's super simple, but it has a bunch of rounded corners, as you can see. Now, these are simple rounded corners. They are not squircles just yet. So let me show you how you can add that unique sort of feel to these little elements. We're just gonna go to the left layers panel and I'm gonna select all of the elements that have roundness. Actually, I cannot select the little button here or this one because that's a component. We're going to do it later. But I'm going to select these little images on the top and on the bottom. Now on the right panel, we can see that they already have a radius. However, they don't really have the Squircle property. The way we can add that is if we go to the style, click the plus, and then you're going to find Squircle here. You're going to see that this is something that we can actually define in percentage. So how much we want to smooth these corners out. I'm going to just zoom in on one of them, or maybe we can just focus in these two. So you can see if I set it to 0, we can see now it's just a normal rounded rectangle. If I start increasing it, it's going to get smoother and smoother. And I think the easiest way to kind of see what it does, because I know that there is a bit of a confusion around this, what is the actual difference? If you are paying attention to this point, where the actual corner starts rounding, you'll see how this part is getting a little bit smoother. It's not gonna start going down immediately, but it will be a little bit smoother. So it's gonna be straight or kind of straight for a little bit of a longer time, and then it's gonna start going down a little bit more. So pay attention to how it kind of modifies itself as I start increasing this percentage value. So you see, this is 0, and this is how it looks when I start increasing that value. We still have a rounded corner, but look at this. This is so it looks straight, but it then somehow gets into this corner rounding. I recommend lower values, I don't know, 100 it might be a little bit too much. Maybe 50 or 60% should be looking pretty good. So we applied the Squircle to these images on the top and bottom, I can also go into this component, which actually has this little like jumpy effect as I hover over, which is pretty cute. But yeah, I can also just select this element and on the right give it the style Squircle. I'm just going to select it on both variants. And Squircle, 50%. Pretty good. And actually we can turn this into a variable, so we can change it per instance. So I can just tap on the right panel, create variable for the Squircle, and then you're going to see as I go back to the page, this is now exposed as a property on the right panel that I can start customizing. So we can create these really nicely customizable buttons or elements on our sites, which is pretty cool. So now as you can see, we're right here and we have all of these elements squircled, which is pretty good. It creates this sort of like unique feel or adds this premium feel to our site. However, it's still pretty new and not all browsers support this. So for example, in Safari, this doesn't work. However, Framer has a really smart way of fixing this problem because they figured out like a formula that basically converts the Squircle value to a roundness value or a corner radius value that actually matches it visually. Let me explain it, because they also just could have said that, okay, in Safari, we are going to basically remove Squircle because it's not available, so it's going to be 0. This is what happens if we do that. You can see there is quite a bit of a difference if we have radius 44 and then the Squircle value just jumps to 0% because it's not supported in Safari. So they had to go down a different route. What they did instead is they came up with a formula again that basically creates a corner radius value that looks kind of the same without the Squircle. So for example, I can just remove the Squircle from the green one, and then I can try adjusting the radius to kind of make it look equal to the other one here with the Squircle property. You can see the radius has to be actually a little bit less if we are not adding Squircle. Now, Framer does it automatically for us, so I can actually undo everything. And we can actually take a look at this inside of a browser, because you can see in Arc, which is Chromium based, the Squircle works here. It looks pretty good. However, if I go to Safari, these are just normal rounded rectangles. It's not Squircle at all. However, visually it kind of looks the same. Like it's kind of like the same corner radius value, but it's just not as smooth as in Chrome. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool little solution. So yeah, if you want your sites to feel a little different, a little bit more premium, unique, like this right here, the easiest way to do that is to just go ahead, open your Framer website, and just add the Squircle property to all of your rectangles or elements that are currently being rounded. Or if you don't have your site already on Framer, come on already, move your site to Framer. Yeah, basically that's it. If you have any questions about this new feature, make sure to drop it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer you guys. Also, if you're looking for cool free Framer resources that kind of help you create better sites, cooler sites, just check out framer.university, because it has a bunch of great resources, tutorials, components that you can use for completely free in any project. So yeah, make sure to check that out. And yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure to like it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.